solar energy system, which will generate, imagine this, with just 500 million US, Guyana could install a 300 megawatt solar energy system, which will generate enough electricity to meet the country's needs. Yes, 500 million US, a quarter of what Barajagdeo is spending on the Wales gas to energy project, could provide Guyanese with clean, renewable energy with no light bills ever. You heard that. No more electricity bills ever. Let's break it down. Today, setting up 1 megawatt of solar power costs less than 1 million US. Guyana needs 300 megawatt to meet the country's demands. Simple maths. 300 million US could install that entire system. But let's account for the realities of governance in Guyana, where corruption inflates every single project. So, let's put an extra 200 million US for overheads, or let's call it what it really is, thievery. The total cost would still be just 500 million US. And what is the result? No more struggling to pay GPL every month. No more blackouts, and every household, schools, hospitals, government corporations and agencies, and so on, could be powered by clean, free, and reliable solar energy out of a resource Guyana has in abundance: the sun. Yes, that same sunlight that God bless us so much with. The world is moving towards renewable energy for a reason. It's cheaper, cleaner, and more sustainable. But here in Guyana, with our so-called bourgeois leaders, we are going backwards with outdated and more expensive projects that will forever keep us chained to debt and misery. Let's compare the Wales gas to energy project, which will cost 2 billion US, 4 times what it would take to power the entire country with solar energy. And even after spending that loan of 2 billion US, Guyanese will still stuck paying electricity bills, along with heavy maintenance and operational cost for that facility. Meanwhile, with solar energy, after the initial investment, operational costs are next to nothing. The sun doesn't charge us to shine, does it? I can relate to that firsthand on this very building at the Kaicho News. Years now, my electricity bills were cut in half. And if the roof was big enough to accommodate more solar panels, I would never need GPL in this building. So why is Guyana not going solar like the rest of the world? Why are our leaders saddling us with projects that enriches foreign banks and corporations, while leaving Guyanese to shoulder the burden for generations to come? The answer is very simple: leadership. Solar energy doesn't need endless loans, inflated contracts, or the juicy kickbacks. that line the pockets of a select few. It benefits the people, not the politician or their friends. That's the uncomfortable truth they don't want you to hear. Let's look at the global trend or the global culture today with solar. China is now the world leader in solar energy. They have installed 610,000 megawatts at a cost of less than 1 million per megawatt. The United States has 140,000 megawatt of solar energy costing $1 million per megawatt. India, with its abundant sunshine, has installed 73,000 megawatt. Cost? 640,000 per megawatt. Germany, with far less sunlight than Guyana, has 82,000 megawatt, all installed for under 1 million per megawatt. Japan, 90,000 megawatt. England, 16,000 megawatt. France, 20,000 megawatt. South Korea, 23,000. Australia, 32,000. All with far less sunlight than Guyana. Installed at a cost below 1 million per megawatt. Closer home, Brazil, our next door neighbor, done install 37,000 megawatt of solar energy with the same blazing sun as Guyana. Their costs are even lower than the rest of the world. Even Barbados, a small Caribbean nation, is installing 138 megawatt at a cost far below $1 million per megawatt. Just like Brazil. Those are the facts that speak for themselves, people. And you don't have to take my word for it. Google it. It's all there in black and white. Yet, here we are in Guyana, a country with even more sunshine than any one of those countries, being forced into outdated projects that will weigh us down with debts for decades to come. Imagine this. If your parents were about to pledge the family home to the bank for a poorly thought out project like the gas to energy one, won't you want to do something possible to stop them? Yet, here we are, with our so-called leaders doing worse. Not just to you, but to your children, your grandchildren, and generations yet to come. And what's worst? Silence. Everyone is silent. Come on. It's time to break that silence, people. It's time to demand leadership with vision. Solar energy isn't just a solution. It's the right solution. It's clean, it's affordable, and it's the path to true independence. Why are we settling for less? Come on, let's shine the light on this madness and start building a future powered by sunlight. Yes, that same sunlight that God Almighty has blessed us with, and not by the debts from the US Exim Bank and Exxon Mobil. Please, let's break this cycle. God bless you.